I caught her friends convincing her to fake a breakup to test me. When she said, "It's over," I played along. "No, please," I begged. "Who will help me pay off my secret gambling debts?" Her test came to a screeching halt as her friends looked at her in shock. I, 27 male, was grabbing takeout from our usual Thai place when I saw them through the window. My girlfriend Jade, 25, with her toxic friend group, Meredith, Kira, and Ashley. They had a whole setup at the corner booth, phones out, papers spread everywhere like they were planning a heist. Wasn't gonna eavesdrop until I heard my name. Trust me, every guy fails the test. When Tyler thought I was breaking up with him, he literally just said okay and left. Showed his true colors. But Derek's different. We've been together 2 years. That's exactly why you need to test him, before you waste more time. I stayed behind the bamboo divider, pretending to wait for my order. Here's the script. You tell him you need space, that you're not feeling it anymore. If he fights for you, begs, shows emotion, he's a keeper. If he just accepts it, he never really loved you. My stomach dropped. They were literally writing a script for a fake breakup. And record it. We need to analyze his reaction. I don't know. This feels manipulative. Ashley, it's not manipulation, it's protection. My sister didn't test her man and found out 3 years later he had a whole other girlfriend. Do it tonight. Strike while your courage is up. They high-fived like they'd solved world hunger. I grabbed my pad thai and left through the side door, mind racing. 2 years together. Living together for 6 months. And she was gonna test me based on some TikTok psychology her wine-drunk friends cooked up? Cool. Game on. Got home before Jade. Set up my laptop at the kitchen table, opened some spreadsheets, put on my best worried face. When she walked in an hour later, I was ready. Looking nervous. "Hey babe, we need to talk." Me closing laptop quickly. "Oh, thank God you're home." "Yeah, we do." Blinking. "Wait, what?" "You first, though." She sat down, pulled out her phone, definitely recording, and launched into her script. Oscar-worthy performance, tears, voice cracks, the whole show. "I've been thinking about us. I need space. This isn't working for me anymore." I let the silence hang, then, putting on my best devastated face, "No, please, Jade. You can't do this right now." Her eyes lit up. The script was working. "I'm sorry, but my mind's made up." Grabbing her hands, "But who's gonna help me pay off my gambling debts?" Record scratch moment. Her face went from fake sad to real confused. "You're what?" Tears now, really selling it. "I didn't want you to find out like this. The online poker, it started small, just $50 here and there. But then I kept losing, kept chasing losses. I'm in deep, Jade. Like, really deep." "How deep?" "Me $47,000. She yanked her hands back. "47,000? "I was gonna tell you, but I've been using your Netflix password for my accounts, and if we break up, they'll freeze everything." "My Netflix? What does Netflix have to do with gambling?" "You don't know about Netflix's underground betting platform? Oh God, you're so innocent. That's why I need you." Her phone was still recording. This was gold. "Derek, this is a lot to process." Me, "Is it Steve? From your yoga class? I knew he wanted you. Does he know about the bedbugs?" "What bedbugs?" Me, "The ones I've been hiding. My cousin's apartment had them, and I think they traveled in my gym bag. I've been treating the bedroom secretly, but if we break up and I move out, you'll have to deal with them alone." She stood up fast, looking at her chair like it might be infested. "Also, I maybe told my mom we're engaged. She's already put deposits down for next summer, non-refundable. She'll blame you if we split." Jade, "Engaged?" Me, "And I signed us up for that couples marathon next month. The entrance fee was $500. My running partner Kyle already made team shirts with our faces." Her recording hand was shaking. This wasn't the romantic begging session her friends promised. "Oh, and remember when your car got that weird scratch last month? That was me. I was practicing parallel parking in it at 3 a.m. because I actually failed my driver's test 4 times and my license is expired." "You've been driving illegally?" Me, "Only your car though. Mine's been repossessed. That's why it's been in the shop for 2 months." The front door burst open. Meredith, Kira, and Ashley rushed in like a discount SWAT team. "Meredith, we heard everything through the phone. Jade, get your stuff. This psycho has gambling debts." Turning to them. Oh good, the counsel's here. Meredith, isn't your boyfriend Tyler the one who leaves for work trips every time your mom visits? How do you, me? And Ashley, weird how your ex just accepted the breakup after you tested him. Nothing to do with you hooking up with his roommate, right? Ashley went pale. Me? To Tira. How's that graphic design job going? Still telling people that's what your OnlyFans is? Dead silence. Standing up. Here's the thing. I heard you all at the Thai place. Every word. The script, the test, the recording, all of it. Jade's face was a masterpiece of horror. No gambling debts, no bedbugs, valid license, cars in the garage, and definitely didn't tell my mom we're engaged. Though the marathon thing is real, thought it'd be fun. You knew? Yep, and instead of playing your stupid game, I decided to show you how insane these tests are. Congratulations, you played yourself. This is gaslighting. No, gaslighting would be secretly recording your partner during a fake emotional moment to test their love. That's literally emotional manipulation. Started walking to our bedroom. Where are you going? Me, to pack. The relationship test? You already failed when you let these vultures convince you to play games instead of communicating like an adult. Update 1. 3 days later. Stayed at my buddy Garrett's place after the fake breakup fiasco. Jade blew up my phone. 47 missed calls, 100+ texts ranging from apologizing to angry to begging to threatening. Greatest hits include, "It was just a misunderstanding. You lied about the gambling. That's worse than what I did. Please come home so we can talk. If you don't respond, I'm throwing out your Xbox." Screenshotted everything, especially the threats. Day 2, went back to get my stuff while she was at work. Found something interesting. Her laptop opened to a group chat called Queens Supporting Queens. Read through it. Yeah, I snooped. Sue me. These tests weren't new. They'd been doing this crap for months. Meredith tested Tyler by having Tira flirt with him at a bar. Ashley catfished her ex with a fake Instagram to test his loyalty. They made Jade test me by canceling plans last minute to see if I'd get angry. One girl tested her man by pretending her period was late. Toxic doesn't even cover it. This was a whole manipulation network. Took screenshots of everything, then packed methodically. Clothes, electronics, important documents. Left anything we'd bought together. Not trying to be petty, just practical. But here's where it gets good. While packing, found a notebook in Jade's nightstand. Relationship goals and standards. Flipped through it. Every page was stuff her friends had told her to demand. He should pay for everything. I paid 70% of our bills. Test him monthly to ensure dedication. Explains the random drama. If he's not jealous, he doesn't care. I'm secure, not possessive. Real men should beg for you. What are we, 16? The last page though, a pros and cons list about me. Pros column was sweet, makes me laugh, remembers my coffee order, great with my nephew, etc. Cons, too calm during arguments, doesn't get jealous, too logical, friends think he's boring. Her friends thought I was boring, the friends who've collectively been through 12 relationships in the 2 years I've known them. Cool. Left a note, your stuff's safe. I took only what's mine, the apartment's paid through month's end. Your queens can help you figure out the rest. P.S. The password to Netflix is changed. Build your own underground gambling empire. That evening, the flying monkeys descended. Got texts from her mom. Jade's heartbroken. How could you abandon her over a silly prank? Her sister. You're really throwing away 2 years over this. Mutual friend Destiny. Bro, she made a mistake. Don't be so harsh. Responded to exactly one Destiny because she's actually reasonable. She let her friends convince her to emotionally manipulate me with a fake breakup. When I flipped the script, suddenly I'm the bad guy? Make it make sense. Destiny. Wait, she fake broke up with you? She told me you freaked out about gambling debts. Sent her the whole story. Her response, oh hell no, that's psycho behavior. But the entitlement ramped up when Jade realized I was serious. She went full victim mode on social media. When you give someone your whole heart and they leave you over a misunderstanding. Some people can't handle authentic emotion. Single again because I loved too hard. Girl, you loved so hard you needed a script and a recording device. Update 2. 1 week later. The smear campaign intensified. Jade's version of events, according to the rumors reaching me. I'm financially unstable, based on my fake gambling confession. I'm emotionally abusive for lying during her test. I abandoned her without explanation. I'm probably cheating because I'm not begging to return. Her friends backed every lie, adding their own spice. Meredith told people I'd been creepy toward her, never been alone with her in my life. Ashley claimed I'd made inappropriate comments about her job. Accurately identifying her OnlyFans isn't inappropriate, it's factual. Kira said I was controlling, rich, considering they literally scripted Jade's behavior. But karma started its shift when Tyler reached out. Tyler, yo, is it true about the fake breakup thing? Me, yeah man, your girl's part of the manipulation squad. Meredith tested me too, said she was done, wanted to see if I'd fight. I just said okay because I respect people's decisions. She flipped out. Me, same playbook. These girls think relationships are reality TV. Tyler, I'm done, thanks for the heads up. He confronted Meredith with screenshots I'd shared. She denied everything until he showed her the Queens supporting Queens messages. He dumped her for real this time. Domino effect started. Ashley's ex, remember him, saw my social media post about the situation, connected dots about his own failed test, posted his own story. Kira's boyfriend found out about the group chat from Tyler. Another breakup. By week's end, 3 of the 4 queens were single. Jade was panicking. Called me from different numbers after I blocked hers. Voicemail 1. My friends are blaming me for their breakups. This is your fault. Voicemail 2. You had no right to tell Tyler about the group chat. Voicemail 3. I'm getting evicted because I can't afford rent alone. Please just talk to me. That last one almost got me. Almost. Then I remembered she chose manipulation over communication. But she wasn't done. Showed up at my job during lunch. Security exists for a reason though. Jade, crying in the lobby. Please, Derek. 5 minutes. Me, no. I'll lose the apartment. Should have thought about that before testing whether I'd beg. It was just supposed to show you loved me. I showed that every day for 2 years. You needed a performance? Security escorted her out when she wouldn't leave. She tried to make a scene, but nobody cared. Turns out public breakdowns don't hit the same when people know the backstory. Her latest move, claiming I'd stolen things from the apartment. Posted a whole list on Facebook. Missing after ex moved out. My grandmother's ring never existed. $300 cash, also fictional. My prescription medications, girl, what? Limited edition books, the Harry Potter set I bought myself? I responded publicly with receipts, literally. Photos of my Amazon orders for the books, texts where she admitted she never had a grandmother's ring, bank statements showing no cash withdrawals. Comment section turned on her real quick. Girl, this is embarrassing. Not the receipts, hen. Maybe don't lie about theft? She deleted the post within an hour. But screenshots are forever. Final update, 1 month later. The complete meltdown was something to witness. After getting called out for the fake theft accusations, Jade went nuclear. Created a whole blog post titled How to Spot a Narcissist, My Story, with thinly veiled references to me. According to her creative writing exercise, I gaslit her into thinking she was wrong. I manipulated her support system. I isolated her from friends, who isolated themselves by being toxic. I showed classic narcissistic behavior by not begging for her back. The post got shared in some Facebook groups, backfired spectacularly when people actually asked for specifics. What exactly did he do? Girl, you tested him and got mad when he found out? This sounds like you're the problem here. She kept doubling down until someone found my side of the story and linked it. Comment section became a bloodbath. Blog post deleted, but the damage was done. The Queens supporting Queens group imploded completely. Meredith moved back with her parents after Tyler dumped her. Ashley's reputation took a hit when more exes came forward about her tests. Kira's boyfriend exposed the whole group chat to their mutual friends. 2 other girls in the group got dumped when their boyfriends realized they were next. Jade lost her apartment. Had to move in with her sister, who apparently gives her daily lectures about playing stupid games. Heard through Destiny that she's working 2 jobs now to cover expenses I used to split with her. Best part, she tried one last manipulation. Sent a letter, actual snail mail, to my parents' house. Yeah, she went there. Painted herself as the victim of my cruel abandonment, begged them to talk sense into me. My mom called me laughing. Derek, this girl says you left her because of a misunderstanding? Something about a prank? Explained the whole story. Mom's response, so she played games and found out? Good for you for leaving. Dad grabbed the phone. Never liked her anyway. Always seemed fake. Thanks for the support, Pops. Jade made one final attempt last week. New number, new approach. Hey, I know you hate me, but I need closure. Can we meet for coffee, just to end things properly? We ended things when you chose manipulation over trust. I've grown. Therapy helped me see where I went wrong. Glad you're getting help? Still a no. You're really gonna throw away what we had? You threw it away with a scripted performance. I just took out the trash. Blocked that number too. Life's been good since. Started dating Rachel, 26F, from my climbing gym. Told her the whole Jade story on our third date. Her response? Wait, grown adults actually do breakup tests? What is this, middle school? Exactly, Rachel. Exactly. Last update on the Queen Squad, Meredith's working at her dad's insurance firm, still single. Ashley deleted all social media after the backlash. Kira apparently joined a different toxic friend group. Some people never learn. Jade's still posting inspirational quotes about healing and growth. My favorite recent post of hers, sometimes the universe removes people from your life to protect you. Yeah, Jade, the universe removed me from your life by making you show your true colors. Thanks, universe. Garrett summed it up best over beers last week. Bro, she really thought you'd beg for someone who was fake breaking up with you? Like you don't have options? The thing is, it wasn't about having options. It was about having standards. The second she chose to test our relationship instead of trusting it, she failed her own test. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And in this case, the prize was being single, broke, and living with a sister who reminds you daily that you fumbled a good relationship for TikTok psychology. No regrets, no looking back, and definitely no begging. She texted, "I wish you were more like him," with a photo of her ex at the gym. I replied, "Me too." Then I became exactly like him, single, successful, and dating her younger cousin, who actually appreciated the things I did for her. Her family group chat went silent when the pregnancy announcement came. Original pose 35 male got the text at 11:47 p.m. on a Thursday. My girlfriend Melissa, 33, sent me a shirtless gym pic of her ex, Trent. The dude was doing curls, all oiled up like a rotisserie chicken. I wish you were more like him. Look at how he takes care of himself. We'd been together 3 years, living together for 1. I just finished a 14-hour shift at the accounting firm. Tax season hell, grabbed takeout for us both, and was setting up her favorite show on Netflix when this gem arrived. I stared at my phone for a solid minute, then typed back, "Me too." She read it immediately but didn't respond. Probably thought I was joking. I wasn't. See, here's what Melissa didn't know about Trent. My buddy Derek works at the same tech company as him. Trent's single, lives in a studio apartment, dates around constantly, and according to his LinkedIn, yeah, I looked, makes about 40% less than me. But hey, sick abs, bro. That night, I made a decision. She wanted me to be more like Trent? Game on. Friday morning, I called in sick. First sick day in 2 years. Drove straight to the gym and signed up for the premium membership. Personal trainer included. Then hit up my barber for a fresh cut. When I got home, Melissa was getting ready for work. Marketing manager at a startup that I'd helped her get through my connections. You're home? I thought you had that big client meeting. Took a personal day. Gonna be like Trent, remember? He posts gym selfies at 10 a.m. on weekdays. Clearly doesn't have demanding work commitments. She rolled her eyes. That's not what I meant, and you know it. No? Then what did you mean by sending me another man's thirst trap at midnight? I just think you've let yourself go. Trent still looks amazing after all these years. Let myself go. I'd gained maybe 15 pounds since we met. Working 60-hour weeks to pay for our lifestyle. The apartment she wanted, the vacations she planned, the car note I covered when she was between jobs for 4 months. You're right, I said. I should prioritize myself more. She smiled, kissed my cheek. See? That's all I wanted. Oh, honey, no idea what you just started. Update 1. 2 weeks later. The transformation began immediately, but not how Melissa expected. First, I restructured my entire life to be more like Trent's. Cut my work hours to exactly 40 per week. No more overtime, no more weekend emails. My boss wasn't thrilled but couldn't argue with my performance during regular hours. Hit the gym every morning at 6 a.m., posted shirtless progress pics on Instagram just like Trent. Started meal prepping on Sundays. The works. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember how Trent's single and dating around? Well, being more like him meant being social. Very social. Started going to happy hours with coworkers instead of rushing home. Joined a basketball league. Went to networking events. And at one of those events, I met Melissa's cousin, Natalie, 27. Now, important context. Natalie and Melissa have serious history. Melissa always acted superior because she was older, had a better job, debatable, and landed a provider boyfriend, her words about me to her friends. Family gatherings were basically Melissa's show-off sessions. Natalie was there representing her nonprofit. We got to talking about their upcoming fundraiser. I mentioned I could help with the finances, being an accountant and all. Really? Melissa always says you're too busy with work to help with family stuff. New leaf, I said, prioritizing things that matter. We exchanged numbers. Strictly professional, of course. Meanwhile, Melissa was getting frustrated. I wasn't available to pick up her dry cleaning anymore. Couldn't drive her to girls' night because I had basketball. Split the dinner checks 50-50 because Trent wouldn't pay for everything, right? This isn't what I wanted, she exploded one night. You literally said you wanted me to be more like your ex. I'm following the blueprint perfectly. I meant physically. Get in shape. I am. Lost 8 pounds already, but Trent's whole lifestyle enables that physique. Can't cherry-pick which parts you want. The real kicker came when I stopped covering her extras. See, Melissa had expensive taste, but non-profit sector salary. I'd been bridging that gap for 3 years. Her coffee shop visits, yoga classes, monthly nail appointments, all previously subsidized by yours truly. Babe, can you transfer me some money? Card got declined at Starbucks. Sorry, spent my fun money on protein powder and gym gear. Trent posts about budgeting for fitness all the time. CBF, cat butt face for days. Update 2, 6 weeks and Natalie and I had been working on the fundraiser for weeks. Totally professional, except we clicked. She actually thanked me for my help, appreciated my expertise. Didn't once compare me to another man or suggest I wasn't enough. Melissa, meanwhile, was spiraling. She tried everything. Suddenly, very interested in working out with me. Lasted 2 sessions. Cooking healthy meals, ordered takeout by day 3, even sent me her own gym selfie, which was hilarious because she was clearly sucking in so hard she looked constipated. Then came Thanksgiving dinner at her parents' house. The whole extended family was there, including Natalie. Melissa spent the first hour bragging about my fitness journey. Like she'd coached me herself. I told him he needed to prioritize his health. Sometimes men need a push from their partners. Natalie caught my eye across the room and smirked. She knew the real story. I'd vented during one of our fundraiser meetings. After dinner, I was helping clear plates when Melissa's aunt asked about the fundraiser. Oh, that's going amazing. Natalie lit up. Actually, your future son-in-law here has been incredible. Completely reorganized our budget, found us 3 new corporate sponsors. Melissa's fork stopped halfway to her mouth. What? You're helping with that? Yeah, for about a month now. Didn't I mention it? I had not mentioned it. Very deliberately. That's so generous, Melissa's mom gushed. Melissa, you never told us he was helping Natalie's organization. Because Melissa didn't know. Too busy posting inspirational quotes about leveling up your man on Facebook to notice what I was actually doing with my time. The car ride home was arctic. How long have you been hanging out with my cousin? We don't hang out. We work on the fundraiser, giving back to the community. Trent volunteers at the animal shelter according to his Insta. This is different and you know it. Different how? I'm networking, staying social, helping others. All things Trent does. All things you said you wanted. She didn't speak to me the rest of the night. Update 3. 2 months, and the fundraiser was a massive success. Raised 300% of the goal. Natalie hugged me in front of everyone, including Melissa, who'd shown up to support family, aka mark territory. That night, Melissa lost it. You're doing this to punish me. Doing what? Being exactly what you asked for. You know what you're doing with Natalie. Working on charity events? Yeah, terrible of me. She has a crush on you. Interesting. How would you know that? It's obvious. The way she looks at you. You mean with respect and appreciation? Foreign concepts, I know. That's when she dropped the bomb. I think we need couples therapy. Sure, I agreed. Let's discuss how you compared me to your ex and sent me his half-naked photos. Therapy was illuminating. The therapist, bless her, was not having Melissa's victim narrative. So you sent your partner a photo of another man saying you wished he was more like him? I just wanted him to be healthier. By comparing him to an ex-partner? It was motivation. How would you feel if he sent you photos of his ex-girlfriend saying he wished you looked more like her? Silence. The therapist recommended individual sessions. Melissa refused. We need to fix us, not me. But there was no us left to fix. I'd already decided that weeks ago, just waiting for the right moment. It came the following Friday. I'd taken the day off to help with another nonprofit event, this time a 5K run Natalie organized. Posted a pic at the finish line on Instagram. Natalie and I, medals around our necks, huge smiles. Melissa saw it and texted immediately. Are you kidding me right now? Then another, you're supposed to be at work. And another, you look way too happy with her. I didn't respond, too busy at the post-race breakfast where Natalie was introducing me to her friends as the amazing guy who saved our fundraiser. When I got home, Melissa had printed out the Instagram photo. Had it sitting on the kitchen counter like evidence in a trial. Explain this. It's a charity 5K. Trent runs marathons. I'm working my way up. With her. With several hundred people. She happened to be one of them. I want you to stop seeing her. Sure, right after you delete all of Trent's photos from your phone. She went pale. Yeah, I knew she still had them. Seen her scrolling through them when she thought I was asleep. That's different. It's not. At all. Actually, it's worse. I'm helping with charity work. You're hoarding thirst traps of your ex. She grabbed her phone, made a show of deleting photos. There. Happy? Now stop seeing Natalie. I'll stop working with Natalie on charity events when you reimburse me for 3 years of subsidizing your lifestyle. What? I pulled out my phone, showed her the spreadsheet. Yeah, I'd been tracking. $47,832. That's what I've spent covering your expenses above the 50-50 split we agreed to when moving in. Want me to itemize it? You kept track? That's psychotic. No, it's accounting. My profession, remember? The one that pays for your lifestyle? I'm your girlfriend. Partners support each other. Like how you supported me by saying I'd let myself go by comparing me to your ex. She started crying. The tears that used to work every time. Not anymore. I'm done, I said. We're over. You have 30 days to find a new place. You can't kick me out. I live here. Your name's not on the lease. You're month to month. Here's your written notice. I'd prepared it that morning. Even had it notarized. The meltdown was spectacular. She called her mom, her sister, her friends, posted on Facebook about being blindsided and abandoned. Nobody bought it. See, Melissa had been posting those motivational updates about upgrading your man for months. Everyone had seen her toxic behavior in real time. Update 4. The extinction level event. Melissa refused to accept it was over. The entitlement was off the charts. First, she tried to refuse to leave. You can't just evict me. Actually, I could. The notice was legal, she had no lease, and I'd consulted a lawyer. She had 30 days. Then came the financial demands. She actually had her sister, Rebecca, call me. Melissa says you owe her money for all the things she bought for the apartment. Like what? Throw pillows, plants, that coffee maker. The $30 throw pillows? The dying succulent? The coffee maker that's actually mine from before we met? Tell her to take whatever she bought. I have receipts for everything that's mine. Rebecca hung up. Next, Melissa tried to poison the well with mutual friends. Sent a group text about how I'd emotionally cheated with her cousin. Brad, absolute legend, responded, "Didn't you literally send him half-naked pics of your ex saying you wished he was more like him?" The group chat went silent after that. But the peak entitlement came when she contacted my mom. I just thought you should know your son is throwing away our 3-year relationship for my younger cousin. He's having some kind of crisis. Mom called me immediately. Is this about that girl who sent you photos of her ex? How do you? You told your sister, she told me. I've been waiting for you to dump that witch. God bless immigrant mothers. They see through everything. Meanwhile, I was helping Natalie plan another event. We were at a coffee shop going over vendor contracts when Melissa walked in. Not a coincidence, she'd been stalking my location on Instagram. She marched over. Really? You're already dating her? We're working, Natalie said calmly. On a charity event. You know, helping people? I know what you're doing, you little... Stop. I stood up. Melissa, you're embarrassing yourself. Leave. She stole you. Nobody stole anyone, Natalie said. You threw him away. I'm just recognizing his value. Wait, what? Melissa's face went nuclear. Are you actually dating? Not yet, Natalie said, looking at me, but I'm hoping. I'll be honest, my brain short-circuited for a second. Melissa started screaming. Full public meltdown. The barista had to threaten to call the cops before she left. That night, she sent one last manipulative text. If you date her, you're dead to my family. Choose wisely. I chose very wisely. Update 5, the replacement. 2 weeks before Melissa had to move out, she pulled her final power play. She brought Trent to our apartment. I came home from basketball to find him on my couch, drinking my beer, watching my TV. Hey man, he said, like this was normal. Mel said you were cool with me crashing for a bit. Melissa emerged from the bedroom, smirking. Trent's between places. I told him he could stay here until I move out. You're all about being like him, right? The audacity. The sheer, breathtaking audacity. Get out, I said to Trent. Whoa, bro, she said. She doesn't live here anymore. She's a guest who's leaving. Get out. He looked at Melissa, confused. You said you guys were taking a break, but still cool. She lied. We're done. She compared me to you. I became what she wanted, and now she's mad about it. You're being used as a prop. Leave. To his credit, Trent looked uncomfortable. Mel, what the hell? You said he knew I was coming. He's being dramatic. Trent stood up. Nah, this is weird. You hit me up out of nowhere after 2 years, saying you needed help moving. This isn't about moving, is it? Ding, ding, ding. Even Trent figured it out. He left, but not before saying, sorry man, I didn't know. Melissa was furious. You just humiliated me. You humiliated yourself. Again, pack your stuff and get out. Tonight. I have 2 more weeks. You violated the agreement by bringing unauthorized guests. You're trespassing. Leave, or I call the cops. She tried to call my bluff. I started dialing. She grabbed garbage bags and started throwing her things in, crying and cursing the whole time. You're going to regret this. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. The best thing that happened to me was you showing me that gym photo. Really opened my eyes. She slammed the door so hard the frame shook. Update 6. Family drama. The family group chat exploded when I started officially dating Natalie. It had been a month since Melissa moved out. Natalie and I had been taking things slow, but it was just easy, natural. She actually appreciated things like planning, budgeting, stability. Weird how attractive emotional maturity is. Melissa's mom, Patricia, sent the opening salvo in the family WhatsApp. Absolutely disgusting that Natalie would betray family like this. Natalie's mom, Gloria, fired back. Betray? Your daughter sent him inappropriate photos of her ex. She betrayed him. The popcorn was popping itself at this point. Then Melissa added fuel. She was planning this all along, probably why she asked him to help with the fundraiser. Natalie responded with screenshots of Melissa's own texts from months ago, bragging about how she had me trained and paying for everything. Looks like you were planning to use him all along. I just appreciated what you took for granted. The uncle chimed in. This is Jerry Springer level drama. Grandma, 84 years old, dropped the bomb. Melissa, didn't you do this same thing to your cousin Andrea's boyfriend in college? What? The chat went silent. Then Andrea, different cousin, entered. Thank you, Grandma. I've been waiting 10 years for someone to say it. Turns out, Melissa had a pattern. Who's shocked? Nobody. Final update, the announcement. It's been 8 months since the gym photo incident. Melissa's had quite the journey. After leaving my apartment, she moved in with Trent. That lasted exactly 3 weeks before he kicked her out for being too high maintenance, his words posted on Facebook. She then tried to date one of her co-workers who she'd been calling her work husband. He was married. His actual wife was not amused. Last I heard, she moved back with her parents and was posting motivational quotes about Phoenix rising from ashes and queens who know their worth. Meanwhile, Natalie and I just moved in together. Into a new place, fresh start. We split everything fairly, appreciate each other's contributions, and, wild concept, actually communicate like adults. The families mostly come around. Even Patricia admitted, after several wines at Easter, that Melissa might have handled things poorly. But here's the real update. The one that made the family group chat go completely silent for 3 whole days. Natalie's pregnant. We found out 2 weeks ago. Planned, wanted, celebrated. We announced it at a family barbecue. Casual, just, hey, we have some news. Melissa wasn't there. She doesn't come to family events anymore. But she heard within minutes. The tantrum was so epic that Rebecca called me to apologize for her sister's behavior. She's saying you got Natalie pregnant out of spite. Yes, I'm having a child out of spite. That's totally rational. I know, she's struggling with consequences. The thing is, I'm grateful to Melissa in a weird way. If she hadn't sent that gym photo, if she hadn't shown me who she really was, I'd still be funding her lifestyle while being told I wasn't enough. Instead, I'm in the best shape of my life, with a partner who sees me as a person rather than a wallet, about to be a dad. Oh, and Trent? He reached out last week. Wanted to know if I still had that spreadsheet template I mentioned using for the nonprofit fundraiser. He's apparently getting his life together and needs to budget better. I sent it to him, even included a tutorial because that's what being like Trent really means. Moving forward, improving yourself, and not looking back at toxic relationships. Melissa's Instagram bio still says, just a girl asking for a man who meets her standards. Natalie says, found a man who exceeds them. Me? I deleted Instagram, too busy preparing for the baby, planning our future, and living my actual life. Turns out the best revenge isn't becoming what someone else wants. It's becoming who you were meant to be, and finding someone who loves that person. The gym membership was worth every penny though. These abs are fantastic. Edit, since some asked, yes, this is real. No, I'm not posting identifying details. Yes, Melissa tried to claim she was pregnant after our announcement. No, nobody believed her. Yes, Trent and I are actually buddies now. He sends me gym memes. Life's weird.